You have 3 against you. And my ultimate thing is, and it has bugged me all week long, just following the blog on the Middletown Press.
Mr. Walker, address your comments
Hold on,
to the chair.
I've got a question to ask.
Your comments will be addressed to the chair, not the town manager. Thank you.
Then I'll ask you. Back in November, we had 3 people go to New Orleans to a conference. How many of those meetings did those people actually attend? From what I understand, not one of them attended one meeting. Yet, our town manager comes back and tells town council he had a lot of stuff that he learned from that meeting. How can he have a lot of stuff that he learned from that meeting when basically he wasn't even at a meeting down there? And the other question that came up on the web is someone has a very important question. Because not one of those 3 people attended any one of those meetings, and it all came out of our taxpayers' money. Has the town asked for a complete reimbursement for that whole trip? We paid for airfare, we paid for hotel, we paid for everything, for 3 people. And you know what happens when that question comes up on the web? Certain people automatically just report that this is abuse. And all it is a simple question. So why don't you answer that question? Has the town asked for a reimbursement from our town manager and the other 2 people that went for 100% reimbursement for that trip? And basically, folks, where they were is the red light district in New Orleans.
In 2012, Jeff O'Keefe can resign or be fired for cause. A management tribunal can direct day-to-day operations in the interim. This tribunal can consist of the finance director, the public works director, and the police chief.
Thank you, Sue. Is there a second to that motion?
Everybody here.
I hear the second to that motion. I'm sorry, people in the audience, but that doesn't count. I'm terribly sorry. You know it doesn't count. That's the way that goes. Thank you.
This is what we're talking about.
Excuse me. Public comment section is over.
I think we all should leave.
And that would be fine. Anybody that wants to go can go, but we're going to continue on with our meeting. And right now we are under item 4A, which is the old business to approve the changes to the planning and zoning.
I'd like us to reconsider that. And
Well, I'm pretty comfortable with my decision to appoint Lieutenant Green to the position. I did review that file, and I reviewed files of other officers too. There's a lot more details that go into that whole case that you're unaware of. And I'm not sure I really want to get into them in the public here, but if you want to set up an appointment and talk about them, you certainly can.
I would like to do that because, again, from what I did review, it seemed fairly comprehensive. I have some real questions about supervisory skills and follow through. And
Well, I just might.
And the last item, Jeff, from regarding communications with yourself. I know it's from August 1st, 2009 through July 2010. I checked, I got about over 150 emails from you. And out of those emails, about 14 were requests that I had made for various information. And in each case, you shared the reply with all town council members, and that's absolutely fine. But in that same 12-month period, there was only one council member who requested information that you responded to by sending information to all of us. And that was your time. It was regarding Comcast and the project you're working on. Statistically, I don't understand that. I just can't believe that so few council members would be asking for information besides myself.
Ask them. Ask the council.
No, I'm just asking, it just seems like I'm not being kept in the loop of what is going on an ongoing basis. And I know that, I was told by several residents who confided in me that several council members were discussing the elimination of the position of police chief the weekend before I was informed of the Tuesday, June 22nd executive session. Now, that might not have been emailed, but I've been left out of the loop.
Is that on a blog?
I'm sorry?
Is that on a blog?
No, it's not on a blog. And
But
this is
you
the
gotta repeat that, so you were informed, I didn't hear, you were informed of what?
There were several residents that informed me that they heard that several council members were discussing that the police chief's position was going to be eliminated the weekend before that Tuesday executive session where I finally found out about it. All right? And in addition, I know Attorney DeQuilla also withheld information from me when she received the sexual harassment complaints on April 23rd, when other council members were alerted on at least April 23rd before, and I did not find out until Friday the 30th. So what